This is Tiffany Sedella Junker, and she is a publicist. Tiffany, thank you for being here tonight. Can you kind of explain to us, the viewers, what is a publicist?
I think most people would say that a publicist is someone who gets press, generates press, positive press for their clients, and tries to control or negate negative press for their clients. My own personal definition of a publicist is a brand manager. I see clients as a brand.
Okay.
It's my job to help them cultivate the correct brand image to convey to the general public.
When a publicist is looking at how to get publicity for their client, how do they go about getting interviews?
Well, a publicist's goal in life is to cultivate and maintain relationships with press.
Okay.
I spend a lot of my time on the phone with members of the press and building relationships with press members, so that when I do have a client who has a product to promote, then I know who to call, and I know that they're going to listen to me, and I know they're going to take my call. So that's a very big part of it. It's
an interesting angle for me, because I know, working with indie artists, they usually don't like to do the business side, like making the connections like you're talking about, and making the phone calls and doing the lunches and the dinners and the mixers, and that's
right. It's absolutely key. Any artist that's out there trying to get publicity for themselves has got to at least know their local press. You know, when they have a show coming up, I know a lot of artists understand now that they need to do press releases, and they need to, send out media alerts and that sort of thing. But knowing how to do those the correct way, so that they actually get received, they get to the right person, and they get received, is key.
What about, we talked about interviews for clients, but what about appearances, getting an appearance for a client?
That's all about what they have to say at any given time. I know as a publicist it's challenging when I have a client who isn't really doing anything and wants me to get them press. My first question is, what are you doing right now? What are you doing that's press worthy? And it's funny, because sometimes talking to clients, you'll find out that they're doing something that they had no clue was press worthy, and it actually might be. They might be participating in a particular charity event or anything. I mean, I know that once I was able to get some press for a country artist who was baby-proofing her bus, her tour bus, because she had a baby, and we were able to connect with a couple of other artists who had the same situation. We were able to get little write-ups in Country Weekly about baby-proofing tour buses.
And for instance, in Jonathan's situation, a publicist looks at that, and it just seems like there's angles all over it.
Absolutely.
And what is one of the angles that somebody that, like Jonathan, a publicist would see automatically?
Well, first of all, just that the amazing talent, the amazing caliber of talent that has gotten behind him, like Gus Van Sant and John Cameron Mitchell. Having those names behind them has been a godsend for press. That has helped him open a lot of doors that formerly wouldn't have been open for him. So that's been great for him. And then also, as I said before, there are, because of his situation and because of the content of his film, there are several angles with, with, like I said, the Big Brothers and Big Sisters Association,
yes.
American Mental Health
yes.
Association,
yes.
foster care. There are so many angles with his story that it's really quite easy to think of avenues to promote.